What's up, folks? What's up, folks? How y'all doing? Like, subscribe, and share, man. Like, subscribe, and share. Well, look like we done lost another one of these young brothers, man. Lost us another one. NBA young boy. It seems like we losing him to basically success, you know what I mean? Another young brother sitting there successful in the rap game. Now we done lost him to a RICO charge. 21 years old, man. We losing these brothers like hotcakes, man. Like it's nothing, man. It's like, what are you doing it for, man? I remember when we was coming up, we was in the streets, man, hustling, committing crime, selling, doing anything we can to get our hands on money so we could basically move it down to benefit our families, to benefit our close friends, to benefit our circle. You make it to have a 2-3 year run to throw your life away. I don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? That part to me is baffling to me. You know what I mean? That is baffling to me. Now we got another young brother, man, that's sitting at the top of the food chain, pretty much about to fight for his life. You know what I mean? So, like, what happened to protecting the bread, man? What happened to protecting the bread? You know what I mean? It's like all of the cats that's going down, it's like they the cats that's making the money. All the ones that's making the money is the one that's getting locked up. All the ones that's making the money, they the ones that's getting killed. That's kind of crazy to me. What happened to you protect the head of the snake, yo? I don't understand these young folks' mentality, you know what I mean? It's like, man, you supposed to make sure the head don't take the fall. Excuse me. The head is not supposed to go down in flames, you know what I mean? But it's like all these situations, the head money maker is the one that's going down. Only one of the situations that I seen where the head didn't go down and the only where his soldier did right was little Timmy. And everybody bashing him for the simple fact his situation happened with King Von. But in all reality, he was the only one, you know what I mean? Quando Rondo was the only one had one of his road dogs handle his business properly where he didn't take the fall. If you try to keep it real on street perspective, Lil Timmy the only one on that handle it properly where the breadwinner is still on the streets to keep the money coming, to keep the family progressing. He took one for the team. The head of the organization, the head of the crew is still out here to provide for the remainder of the circle, for the remainder of the team. The head of the situation is still here to make sure Timmy, who stood tall for the team, can afford an attorney. They can afford the defense attorney because Quando's still out here. All the rest of these cats, the head is getting all the jail time. The head is the one getting killed. The head is the one that's catching the bodies. That don't even make sense to me. You know what I mean? That's like these young cats, they not listening to nobody. So you know what I mean? They so caught up in we don't gotta follow no protocols. We don't gotta follow no rules. We ain't gotta live by no rules. So it's no script they live by. So it's like they going down fast. They going down fast and hard. From what I see, and you know what I mean? Like NBA Youngboy, he done been catching break after break. You know what I mean? Now what was it? in 2016, he had the 2 attempted first-degree murders, and he walked on those. You know what I mean? He actually walked on those. And then he get out. He did a little bit of time. They had him locked up sitting still while he was going through that situation. Then he come home, and he make the song called Untouchable, rubbing it in them people's face. Even if that's how you feel, I know you living up to that image, but you rubbing it in their face saying you untouchable. It's nothing they can do to you, you know what I'm saying? So you like, man, I done did, you pretty much admitting you did it. And now you got away with it. What the fuck you gonna do? That's how you care, that's how they look at it, you know what I'm saying? So that's disrespectful, you know what I mean? Then February 2018, you had the situation with this girl, the kidnapping and gun possession charge. But the chick Janiyah, she held it down. She ain't roll with it. She was like, man, he ain't do nothing to me. So, you know what I mean? You got to respect that on her tip. He at least had her close to his hip, so she rolled with him. So, you know what I mean? That's another situation that was pretty much, you know what I mean? That was like domestic to a degree, but it was guns and shit involved with that. So, another one by the skin of his teeth, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, he put himself in a lot of situations. Then he had the one in, man, what was it? February of 2000, that was February 2018. Then he had the other one, man, September. He had so many of them, man. It's like this dude didn't learn. Then he had the May of 2019 with the T Grizzly. They had the shootout with the no charge. They had, you know what I mean, had the shootout with the T Grizzly with no charge. But somebody lost their life in that one. But, you know what I mean, everybody hush-hushed on it. Everybody kept it street. You know what I mean? Nobody speak up on that. You know what I'm saying? So it was like he was putting himself in a lot of situations, a lot of street situations, where it could have easily got time, or somebody could have came and knocked your wig back, because it's real situations, you know what I'm saying? Then he also had the September 28, 2020 video shoot. 16 people got arrested, you know what I mean? That seemed like somebody told them, because they had all the guns there. They was in the public, you know what I mean? It seemed like the way they swooped down on them, they had the weed there, they had the stolen guns, but it was a video shoot, so it seemed like somebody put them on that one. So, you know what I mean? It easily could have been somebody told them and directed them, inside job, somebody pointed them in that direction on that one, you know what I mean? So it's like, you got to watch who you have in your circle. When you study beating situation after situation, then peoples will have somebody close to you then caught a punk-ass weed charge, or caught a punk drug charge, or caught a punk gun charge, and you don't even know about it. You understanding what I mean? You don't even really know about it, and I can get close to them and can be working with these people, you know what I mean? Because there's too many things lined up. Well, this brother didn't really have no time coming at him, but he was steady getting beat off where they trying to let him keep stockpiling it up. Because trust and believe, these too many serious charges for them to just study, let him go, and nothing coming back at him. They was just letting him stack the deck. They was letting him stack this deck, man. So it's like, man, then that was the September 28th video shoot. You know what I mean? It's like, man, this is like serious, brother. This serious stuff. They had the distribution, manufacturing drugs, stolen firearms. That's the new one. He had the feds on him. He attempted to run to get away. They got the K9 units on him, man. So it's like this brother he done got himself in a situation now where, how much time are you looking at? You got some, hopefully you done invested your money where your money isn't blown. So now it's about to get real serious. You about to see who loyal to you. You done had beefs with all kind of cats up in Louisiana. So now they done took the head dude with the money So now all these NBA cats still on the streets with all this beef up there in Baton Rouge. Your money finna start. Now the main money dude is sitting, they got him sitting still. So they probably finna freeze his money. You understand what I'm saying? They probably finna freeze his money. Which means all these other NBA cats, y'all money ain't but so long anyway. So these dudes y'all been beefing with, all they gotta do is sit back and wait. Y'all finna be back in these same old neighborhoods that you originally was starting this friction that you had from the get-go. Y'all finna probably be back at these corner stores. Y'all finna be back in the neighborhood in a minute. Back on them blocks in a minute. So y'all finna be out here stinking. Cause the head nigga with all this money that could get y'all up out of there, he sitting still. Cause y'all ain't handle y'all business. Cause y'all was supposed to protected him at all costs. He was so jump out there, he was dragging his nuts. He wasn't no scared shorty. You know what I mean? He was a little frail dude, but he wasn't no scared. He was dragging his nuts because he done been through it. But y'all was supposed to protect him. You understand? That's why I say Lil Timmy was the only one out of all these dudes. A lot of people don't respect him. A lot of people talk crazy about him. But real street dudes know Lil Timmy the only one that carried it properly with Rondo. Because he made sure his man ain't take no fall. Y'all might look at him like he a sucker or something because everybody was crazy about King Von. But like 6ix9ine said, if that was King Von that got the drop on him, everybody be crazy and praying King Von because King Von was known as that Damon. He was on Damon time. But since he got the drop, everybody look at Lil Timmy like he did an injustice. You understand what I'm saying? That's why it's like the mentality of these young folks is like twisted. But Lil Timmy did what he was supposed to do. You understand what I'm saying?